Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Weconomix. And today we'll be talking about the Iran and US conflict.
Yes, I don't think you can call it a war, a conflict, right?
It has war vibes, but it's a little pettier than war, I would say, maybe.
Well, it's something that fortunately came to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
Escalated
quickly, very
yes,
rapidly, suddenly.
Right.
And then suddenly also went quiet.
Yes, so this is, as President Trump calls it, the 12-day war, right? And I guess if there's a silver lining with MAGA, then it would be this, the fact that as much as, the America First, the whole idea of America First is actually to take care of Americans first, to look at their domestic issues and all of that and not get into all this forever wars and, other countries. In Israel, right? Israel has always been, they're actually okay with this war, right? Simply because Iran is clearly enriching uranium to create a weapon, right? Despite what they say and all of that, it is there. It's they they have enough centrifuges and
they've tools to need
yeah,
it.
and they've checked it and they say so they've already enriched up to 60%. They need to get up to 90, and then they can begin the creation of a bomb, right? So and Iran, from the point of view of using it as a deterrence, right? I don't understand why they would need nuclear weapons as deterrents, right?
Who's after you?
Right. I don't think Israel would even bat an eye and look at Iran, okay, for anything, even to start a conflict, if they had no ambitions to create a nuclear weapon. So the Israeli public were in general supportive of Bibi Netanyahu to start this, to get rid of their stockpiles and basically just destroy their nuclear weapons, okay, and get out. That's it. That was the whole plan, right?
To slow them down or clip them.
Right. Okay. No, it's absolutely destroyed. Just say it's not about slowing them down. Okay.
But it will still restart a process, right?
Well, you could restart it, but if it's devastated, right, it's very difficult to restart. It's expensive, right? Someone needs to support all of that. And if Iran is still in sanctions at that time, which it still will be, just starting it up again is going to be very difficult, right? And Mossad took out quite a lot of their scientists also. However, I think probably it blew back on Netanyahu. Okay, Bibi Netanyahu was, I think, gaming for US to put troops into Iran. Okay, because that's the only way they can
know for sure.
Know for sure and actually confirm, not just confirm, but actually destroy this one. Your bunker buster bombs. They can go. I'm sure they were very effective. Okay, these bombs were created to do something, and they precisely did what they were supposed to do.
But that's given that.
But you don't know what happened.
Yeah, what do you destroy?
You can't see what you destroy.
Just bomb and I guess this part is done.
Yes, and Iran was also quite smart to cover up all the entrance tunnels before the campaign. Absolutely covered it up, even collapsed some of the tunnels to make sure no one could get in. Right. So the guessing game was there, and so after the U.S. strike, right? After the U.S. strike, it was suddenly, the whole thing went away with U.S. declaring victory, right? So President Trump just declared victory. Yes, we won this 12-day war. This is the end of it, and then Iran just shot some missiles over to Qatar just as a political ploy, right? Very interesting how that works. And that's it. They called it quits, and this is a total blow to Bibi Netanyahu, okay? Because for him it was go in there, put boots in the ground, and Israel cannot do it themselves. There's no way, they are big enough to.
Yeah, I was talking to some friends the other day, and they're saying that, hey, Iran should be no problem. Iran should be easy for Israel or America to fight. I don't know if they've seen how big this country is. It is a few countries.
Yeah, almost 100 million people, right?
Yeah, 90 something,
Yeah,
almost 100
97.
million.
Yeah,
But also the size of that land is huge,
Yes.
huge piece.
Yeah, and this is not Iraq. Iraq, when they took out Saddam Hussein was a minority government, right? Saddam Hussein was Sunni. Majority of Iraq is Shia. So they actually welcomed the US into the country, and still
savior for them.
Right, and still the US went through so much, so many deaths.
And that time.
It's terrible, and they spent a lot of money, trillions of dollars on that war, right? And I don't think you can say that they came out with anything worthwhile. Then, Iran is a totally different kettle. Iran, they are all Shias. No matter what you say about the Ayatollahs, they are religious leaders. It's different. Religious leaders, even though they are politicians, they sway a different type of loyalty. Okay, so that fealty that will come if you put troops in the ground, the people who will, even women will come out with pitchforks if they have to, to save their country.
They're probably armed by now.
Exactly.
I think Iran has probably given every woman a good gun at this point.
Right. So it's a no-go. It's one of those forever wars that MAGA would just say no way, and Trump has no choice.
Something like the Vietnam War, I'm guessing.
What?
The same type of problems that I had for Vietnam War.
Vietnam War is different. Vietnam War, the US actually went in to help, the South Vietnamese.
I see what you're saying,
South Vietnamese. It's different. South Vietnamese actually wanted the US to help them to keep the North Vietnamese at bay, you see. So that's a different story.
True.
So this one, it's a massive stalemate. Iran definitely still has its uranium that it has enriched, okay? And there's only one way out of this, and that is negotiation. You have to negotiate.
Which was done previously.
By Obama's government.
I miss him so
President
much.
Obama, exactly.
It's crazy how, I was watching this interview where Obama was talking about, autocracy. And it's amazing how we went from a president who I don't want to stop listening to what he's saying to a president who I don't want to listen to what he's saying at all. It's a huge drop in terms of charisma, in terms of choice of words, and everything else altogether, governance.
Right. I mean, people will easily say that, look, Obama has choreographed, just like Kamala Harris, right? Or she's choreographed, so that's why her delivery is like that, is really nice. And
political speech is best for you to prepare.
Yeah, of course. Okay. No one wants to go to a political speech and hear about...
So, by the way, what was it saying?
Exactly.
War, yes, correct. Huge, big, bad.
Right. Right. Okay. So, but that has a following on its own.
Everything,
Yeah. Not just, whatever we say, even highly educated people follow Trump, and they look at him and...
Not follow, they strongly support.
Yeah, support him.
And they believe a lot of things that he says.
Right. So, but one of the things about MAGA is that they also don't believe in putting American troops on the ground, unnecessarily. It's not their problem. So that just went to a halt, and they are back to negotiations, right? So they are back to trying to get Iran to the table, and it will work, but whether they have the patience for it or not is a different story with this administration. It takes years. Okay, in any type of negotiation, you're talking trade deals, country to country, right? It's complicated. It takes time. You'll go through lots of ups and downs. There's a lot of stresses, right? But you have to game through it. You have to go through it. So you must have that maturity to
understanding of it.
Right. To know that this is the best way. It's going to take time, but we will get there. We'll just continue talking and signing actual agreements that people will follow. Okay, that takes time, right? So same, just this trade war also, the reason it's going the way it is because there's just no patience.
Yeah.
no patience
So
for
abrupt,
detail.
so
Right.
random.
Everything is like just pulling a rug under your feet, something that can strengthen any country. You know, I don't think US is getting stronger with this trade war.
We see slight signs, but I think it'll be more
Right,
obvious. Which is
right.
by the next episode, I think
Right.
we'll see even more signs.
But one thing I will say is, I don't think it's an intended consequence, but the
What the-
Iran basically Iran-Israel war came to a stop after the
bombing.
the B-2 bombers went and did their thing and came back, right? And President Trump claimed absolute victory. That's it. It's done. It's wiped out. And the thing about him is, it doesn't matter whether it's real or not. He just keeps saying the same. Oh, no, it's done. We've done that. So you can go and present him facts and say, hey, they moved the uranium here. It's we don't know where it is. We have to look for it. He said, no, we are victorious.
And he probably bombed those papers.
So
those evidence you give him, he'll probably light it on fire and burn it as well.
he couldn't care less. I don't think.
Bomb was dropped. Photo was taken.
Yes.
Work is done.
Work is done. Correct. Right. So
No
that's
further
it.
information
You don't bother me with any other stuff. And
I need to go play golf.
so there's no escalation here. And I don't think at this point Israel would want to continue its campaign. It's basically, I think it's used up a lot of its missiles. So it's probably its missile load is an issue right now.
Thinning out.
Yes, they probably need that. And on top of that, they've showed their cards to Iran. So now Iran knows how deeply penetrated Mossad is into their networks. That they know the movements of all of their top military personnel and what's going on and all of that. So they will go hard on that.
Yes, they'll go
Right.
a few steps
Right.
ahead.
So even if Israel wants to go through another campaign, it will definitely not be through in Netanyahu's lifetime. And I hope that cooler heads prevail, and we just go to negotiation. Just start the ball rolling.
That's the new world now, right?
Yes,
We don't
right.
blow up, and then decide.
Yes,
We
exactly.
decide, see how much we
Right.
can decide.
Right,
If all things else fail, there's probably even
Yeah.
other places to discuss.
right. Because negotiations is as difficult. It's not easier than war.
I don't know if they see it as weak. I don't know if the
Right.
mindset of these people see
Right.
negotiation and talking as something weak. Because it's not. If you're saving time and saving money to make something work,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
leadership. That's a good leadership.
Yeah. So anyway, it looks like that's how this thing is going to go. And I think they'll put a cap to this. So that's our Weconomix podcast for this episode. Until we meet again.
Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Let's strive to thrive.